Hello everyone! Today's tutorial is a sophisticated work or job interview look. Work environments vary wildly. This look is ideal for conservative settings where you don't want your makeup to speak before you do. Starting with the base, I'm using Dior's Airflash, which I've chosen because the application is super speedy. I really like this one. The finish is very skin-like and you can build to a medium coverage very easily. You don't often see me use it because the shade only suits me at the very end of summer when I'm at my deepest, so I'm enjoying it while it lasts. I'm adding some subtle highlight with a concealer that is one shade paler than my natural skin tone. A little on the tops of the cheekbones and the shadowy areas like around the tear duct and the corners of the mouth. I would say avoid overt shimmer in conservative settings. You want the interviewer to remember your skill and not your twinkling cheekbones. Prime the eyes. I like a tinted primer because it gives a very clean canvas. If it's a long workday, this is especially important because we want our makeup to last. Let's conceal any discoloration under the eyes. We want to look fresh and alert even if you are exhausted like I am. I'm using the Ellis Faas, which provides a medium coverage that I find is well suited for daytime. This concealer is no lighter than my skin tone, and I think that tends to look most natural. Next, take a translucent powder and set the under eye, the eyelid, and essentially the entire face. I am all about the dewy skin, but in the workplace, I think that a velvety complexion registers as more sophisticated. You use your best judgment here. Onto the brows. I associate strong, professional women with a good, defined brow. When I see a suited up woman with a great brow, I want to give that lady a high five. I'm defining the arches and elongating the tail of the brow. What we don't want is a blocky brow, so give them a good brush to distribute the product. I'd probably suggest avoiding the concealer carved out brow, but ultimately it's really important that you are comfortable and confident, so don't move too far out of your comfort zone. I'm pretty happy with that brow. It's defined, but very similar to what I would normally wear. Now, when I think work makeup, I automatically think Burberry. The shadows are very neutral. Where applicable, the shimmer is very muted, and the matte formulations are among my all-time favorites. They practically blend themselves. I'm first taking Khaki, which actually looks very green in the pan, but again, it's so neutral on the eye. I'm lightly adding some shape to the socket with a big brush so that the definition is soft and we don't have any distinct lines. Somewhere about now, I realized that I only have one brow. Yep, there it is, Karima, you noob. I would probably suggest that you wear both brows to work, otherwise it could be a bit distracting. I'm now taking my Covergirl Melted Caramel Eyeshadow Stick, you guys know I love this stuff, and roughly lining the lash line and doing a little bit of a smudge. I'm not doing this for impact really, just so that my next eyeshadow has something more to stick to. That next eyeshadow is Burberry Pale Barley, which is a pale patina taupe. Wow, this shade gets a lot of hype online and I don't really get it. I like it, don't get me wrong, but there's just no impact with Pale Barley. Subsequently, it's perfect for this look. I don't know, there it is, you can be the judge. Burberry Taupe Brown, a cooler, deeper brown. I'm swirling that lightly in the outer corner of the eye because I feel like my eyes need a little more definition. Also dragging a touch of that shadow onto the lower lash line. You might choose to leave this bare, but it suits my eye shape. I have here a black gel liner and a tiny detailer brush. We are going to tightline using a different method. I'm approaching the lashes from the top and wiggling the brush into the root of the lashes. We're not actually lining the skin, we're aiming for the root of the hairs. This offers super subtle definition and it's a great alternative to your regular tight lining because it doesn't irritate the eyes and the product doesn't tend to migrate into the eye. You can see the difference here. I'm adding a very soft inner tear duct highlight, mainly because that area of my face is very hollow and it can look a little bit sunken. A soft highlight makes me look more awake, but depending on your eyes, you could skip this. With minimal eye makeup, I think that curling the lashes is so very important. It brings the attention back to the eyes. Apply some mascara, steer clear of the loaded lashes look, go for your more natural mascaras. If my lashes look a little bit sad here, it's because I managed to cut off the tips. It's a very sore subject with me right now, so let's not talk about it. This Napoleon bronzer is very unique because it's not orange at all. The shade kind of reminds me of a cookie. It's a cooler bronzer. I'm dusting a fraction on the hairline to give my face some shape. Avoid strong contours and your very warm bronzers. I say, if in doubt, don't. I am not a blush person and you will rarely hear me rave about a blush. The By Terry Dauntless blush feels amazing. It just feels good. It's weighty and the closure, so satisfying. Anyway, shade 1 is a soft coral and it builds very slowly, so it's impossible to stuff it up. Less is more here. If you tend to have a heavy hand, then go easy, go slow, and monitor yourself. Work appropriate lip colors. I has options for you. The By Terry tinted balms are hydrating, they offer a hint of color and are not excessively glossy. Fresh Sugar lip balms are a similar story at a more reasonable price point. Armani Maestro is quite a sophisticated matte formula and this neutral shade is glorious. NYX makes some matte liquids in a similar vein. Finally, a neutral lip liner over a lip balm can make for a really lovely understated work lip. I'm going with the IT Cosmetics lip liner in Romantic Rose, which is a medium brownie rose. I wore this in a blog post recently and everyone went bonkers. This lip color, it took over the comments. It is a bit deeper than your stock standard rose, but very neutral and very elegant. I think it fits perfectly with the eyes as well. And that is the final look. I pulled my hair into a very simple updo because my hair is crazy long right now. I also put on a blazer, you know, getting into character. Let us do a quick cheat sheet on job interview makeup. If you are not sure about the work environment, stick to the neutrals. That's a very safe option. Pay attention to finish. Go for your mattes and your satin finishes instead of those strong shimmers and high gloss finishes. Finally, do not forget the nails. Maybe skip the lime green and go for a nude or a clear polish. Best of luck if you are in fact going to a job interview. You can do it. I believe in you. I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye bye.